It's been too long since we last checked in with Belly and Friends. I meant to do season 2 for a while now, but stuff always gets in the way, you know? I mean, come on, Corey in the house ain't gonna make fun of itself. But season 3 is just around the corner, and what better time to have a little refresher about what's been happening so far in this absolute masterpiece of cinema. Come along, everybody, let's check out Summer I Turned Pretty season 2. So just to recap season 1, Belly was like, and then Jeremiah was like, and Conrad was like, and then Jeremiah was like, and then Belly was like, and then Conrad showed up, and they were like, blah, 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 blah. And there you go, y'all caught up. So season 2 starts off near the end of the next school year with our good old pal Belly.
I wasn't in Cousins. Conrad and I weren't together. And Susanna was dead.
Wait, she died? What about all the stuff at the end of the first season where she's like, I'm gonna do the treatment, and everyone's like, yeah! And then you're just gonna say psych? Now, as you might imagine, Susanna losing the battle with cancer has really taken a toll on everyone, and Belly's grades have been slipping. She's been kicked off the volleyball team, which was like her whole thing, apparently. Everything's just kind of falling apart.
I was reviewing your end-of-term transcripts, and I couldn't help but notice that your grades have taken a serious dive. I mean, you kept an A in French, but you won't impress colleges with just French.
There's a death in the family.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. But your grades have been dipping all year.
And this leads to Belly thinking about happier times, like the end of last summer when she was dating Conrad after the debutante thing. But before that, really quick, this video is brought to you by Surfshark VPN. Surfshark VPN is an app and browser extension that lets you change your IP address to be pretty much anywhere in the world you want. Now, what this means for you is it protects you from websites and other users trying to snoop on what you're doing and from where. Maybe your country has some like weird, strict content censoring laws, or you just don't want people to potentially hack your accounts. Well, Surfshark VPN can help you with all of that, but it also has a lot of very practical day-to-day uses, like allowing you to watch the Netflix libraries from almost any country. Fun fact, Slovakia has by far the highest number of movies and TV shows you can watch, with over 7,400 titles compared to 5,800 in the US. And all you gotta do is just install Surfshark VPN and tell it to put your IP address in Slovakia, and there you go, you have access to an extra 1,600 titles. Or Japan and Taiwan have the biggest anime libraries on Netflix, so using Surfshark VPN, you can have access to all of that. Or in the reverse, if you're traveling away from your country, you wanna stay up to date on a certain show you're watching or whatever, you can use Surfshark VPN to put your IP address in your home country, and then wham bam bibbidi-bow, there you go. And gives you access to all of this. And get this, you can use a single subscription on an unlimited number of devices. So let's say you and 4 other family members, y'all want to pitch in on one subscription. That means you get all of this for 50 cents a month. So click my link down below. You're gonna get 4 extra months added to your subscription. So click my link and sign up today. Okay, back to the show.
There's something that I need to tell you. Jeremiah told me he has feelings for me.
Oh. So what did you say?
I kissed him a few times.
Yeah, okay, that doesn't really answer the question, Belly.
You want to be with him?
Being with you is all I've ever wanted.
Okay, that's great. Be with me then.
Conrad, you are taking this really well. Hey, so FYI, I totally made out with your brother like yesterday. Word, my dude. And so now Belly's in the oh-so-relatable position of making out with Captain Adam's apple, and then she turns right around and dates his brother.
The chin.
And then she had to navigate all that somehow. Each guy thinking that he's not the side chick, you know what I'm saying?
That's kind of why I think we should tell Conrad about us as soon as possible.
This was always yours. No matter what happens, we'll still be infinite.
So eventually she tells Jimothy over here, and he's all harumph, harumph. And so she dates Concord for the rest of the year.
No, Jer, please.
No, you know what? Actually, it's cool. It's cool. I get it. You know, I was just the distraction to keep you busy while you waited for Conrad. I'm glad it finally happened for you, Belly.
I'm sorry, is this dude's voice getting lower? My dude, what is your secret? Why do I gotta be stuck with a voice that sounds like Adam Sandler doing a bit?
However,
in current day, they're all broken up, scattered around. She hasn't seen or heard from either of them in a long time.
I know. Sucks, babe. But eventually, you're gonna have to let him go.
Yeah, I just wish I knew how.
It's like my Mimo always used to say, the best way to get over a man
is to push your feelings down as long as you can until one day you wake up with bangs and a septum piercing. Cause I mean, come on, one of those has gotta solve your problems. So she goes to this party thing with her friend, and there's this guy who's looking at her like, but then she makes her move, and guess what happens?
Come here. You kind of have something. Belly, no, I was just...
Oh my God!
No, I was...
Now, finally, finally, she bites the bullet and calls up Jornelius, who has some interesting news for her.
Hi, Jeremiah. I'm so glad.
Are you with Conrad?
No. Why would I be with Conrad? What is going on?
Conrad's gone. I think I'm gonna go to Brown in the morning and see if I can track him down.
And so, with nothing else really going on, Belly decides to go with him to find Conrad, even though Jarmelian over here isn't really a fan of Belly at the moment, given certain events that we don't know yet.
I don't think he's missed a day of class in his life. Not even when Mom was sick. I really don't want to get dragged in the middle of whatever bullshit
Shrek?
Conrad's in right now, but if something were to happen to him, I wouldn't be able to forgive myself.
Hey.
Just want to give a quick shout out to whoever it is that lathers this dude up in bronzer before every scene. My man just shows up on set like, okay, I'm ready. So they drive all the way over to Conrad's dorm to see if his roommate maybe knows something, you know?
Hey, Connie's not back, is he?
I haven't seen him since Thursday afternoon.
Did anything else happen before he left?
He got into it with somebody on the phone. Like, he was yelling.
And then he just took off? Do you have any idea who he was yelling at?
I don't know, bro. The government who's surveilling us through our devices as we speak.
Oh, you seem real fun to talk to. Wait, hold on. Tell me your thoughts on 9/11.
But Sophie might know where Conrad went. They're tight.
You wouldn't happen to have any idea where my brother disappeared to?
I think he said he was gonna hang out with his cousin by the beach.
Now, Cousins, in case you forgot, is where the summer beach house is, which is like the entire shtick of the show. And so they drive all the way down to the beach house to see if they can find Conrad. I love when shows and movies, they like turn on the radio and immediately it just plays some like indie song where the girl sounds like she just ran 7 miles. But like every time I try listening to the radio, it doesn't matter what station you pick, they only ever just play Imagine Dragons. Like, am I in purgatory? But of course, on this trip, they reconnect and decide to put the past behind them. Sure, she dated his brother like the day after making out with him, but Conrad has cool hair, so like, what's she supposed to do?
It's gonna be okay, Belly. I promise.
How?
Oh, what's that? Sorry, I couldn't hear you over the sound of my bangs in my eyes. On the way to the house, Belly recalls more memories about what it was like dating Conrad, like when they snuck off to the beach house in the wintertime without telling anyone and they spent the night there alone.
Do you want your cocoa?
Oh, yeah. Okay, sure. Wow, that tastes
Amazing.
really dusty.
Okay, for your information, cocoa is my specialty.
Yeah, I kind of have my own secret recipe, okay? You know how the directions say add 2 scoops? Well, I add more than that. Whoa, dude.
Ooh. That feels good.
Yeah, that's because you're cold-hearted.
For everyone else, maybe. Not for you.
Who says that? Now, this all leads to her having her first time doing the devil's tango. Ever, I assume? And you know, of course, it's all romantic by the fireplace in the wintertime, like everyone wishes their first time was instead of how it actually is, where you're just cramped up in the back of a Honda Civic on a Wednesday. Anyway, so, current day, they finally arrive at the house, and Belly's having all kinds of feelings.
Why does he still have this pull on me? I don't want to see him. And I can't wait for it.
What is she doing here?
Okay, rude. Now, what we come to find out is that the house has been put up for sale because when their mom died, the property rights reverted to her sister. And her sister has been somewhat estranged from the family for like decades or whatever, so she has no interest in keeping the house whatsoever. And so this is why Corn on the Cob over here just ran off from school suddenly.
You won't even look at me. Sorry if me being here is weird.
Hey, you know, that was my opening line on like every first date I ever went on. Now, the main bulk of this season is Conrad and Jeremiah trying to think of ways to get through to their aunt to convince her to either not sell the house at all or sell it to their dad, or maybe they can use their trust funds to buy the house or something. And in the middle of all this, we get a bunch of flashbacks about how Belly and Conrad's relationship kind of like rose and fell with how the mom was doing, and as she got worse, their relationship started to crumble because understandably, Conrad has so many feelings all the time.
I just might go back to school tonight. I have an exam on Monday and everything. Is it all right if I don't go to the actor prom? I'll still drop you off.
I thought you were, I thought you were spending the night.
Belly, if I stay, I'm just gonna ruin the rest of the night for you. I don't want to do that.
Did I do something?
You know, every girl says they want a guy with emotions until he actually has emotions, and then they're like, okay, this is like really annoying. Crash outs are kind of my thing.
I'm sorry.
You know, Conrad, between you and me, apologizing doesn't really mean much if you just keep doing the same thing anyway. Now, this all leads up to when the mom passes away and they have a funeral, and Belly and Conrad break up in a very civilized, mature manner.
Belly, wait.
What do you want? Let go of me.
Belly, that was just Aubrey.
I'm sorry to interrupt your little moment.
She was helping me.
So you'll accept her help but not mine?
Grow up.
Go to hell.
Well, this is fun.
I should have known you'd be like this.
What do you mean?
Forget it.
No, say it. Tell me.
You know what? Fine. I don't even like the Bionicles movies. Ninjago is way better. Yeah, what are you gonna do? I said it. You take that back. And of course, as you might imagine, while they're trying to save the house, Belly keeps kind of flip-flopping between like, maybe she still has feelings for Conrad. But then again, she never really gave Jeremiah a fair chance. And like, you gotta get in there as soon as you can before the skin cancer sets in, you know what I'm saying? And in between all of this, they're trying to enjoy their summer because like, it might be the last summer they spend there like ever.
I just, smelled muffins.
You want one?
Yes.
Those are for the open house. Morning.
Did somebody get Muff?
What? Well, hey, Jeremiah, you play your cards right. Who knows what could happen? Now, with their aunt being there to sell the house, she also brought her kid, aka their cousin, Sky.
Hey, Jeremiah.
Hi.
Conrad.
Sky. You didn't tell me she was here too.
It's they, not she. God, I guess it's been like a decade since I saw you guys.
And like, even though they're not really best buds with their aunt at the moment, they still want to include Sky and get to know them better, because really this is all the fault of their evil Aunt Julia.
No, you should stay. It's fun.
Fine, you win. But I don't do high fives. I'm not gonna like whoop in the air. I don't trash talk. The corners of my mouth might turn up just a little bit, but I'm not gonna smile.
So they spend the day at the boardwalk and they decide to have a little competition amongst themselves where they like play laser tag, wall climbing, basketball. They do some DDR for a while.
That's all you got there?
Oh, yeah?
Ooh, I told you hugs. I told hugs.
Wait, I'm sorry. You tried going up against a probably autistic they-them introvert in a DDR tournament? My dude, you never stood a chance. This is like trying to play Magic the Gathering against a dude in a fursuit, okay? Like, don't even bother. But Belly's team ends up losing, so that means they have to buy a bunch of candy for the guys.
Get ready to pay up, Belly.
You know, I think that's why our mom banned us from playing.
I could pay. I mean, I made a ton of money shorting Bitcoin, so.
Of course you did, Sky. And, shocking plot twist, Belly has more memories of things and stuff that like happened or whatever.
Hey, don't worry. I'm right here with you, okay?
Jeremiah is always there when I need him.
Yeah, except at that debutante ball, am I right? You know, the whole reason why everything kicked off in the first place? You just retconned your whole life here, Belly? So the season goes on like this. Their aunt puts all the furniture in storage and kicks the kids out of the house so she can sell it. So they have to stay at like the local country club where Belly and Geripides keep having their little will they, won't they moments.
I mean, before on the boardwalk.
Just stop. Okay?
Why don't you want to kiss me?
Because if I kiss you, I don't know that I can ever stop.
Oh. The heck does that even mean? You know, I really brought this on myself, honestly. But everything keeps kind of not going their way. You know, like the aunt sells the house, there's no takebacks, the furniture's gone. Basically, it's all over.
Okay, so I know things aren't going so great right now, but it's always the darkest before the dawn, right?
Yeah, okay, Jeremiah, please shut up.
You know, I never thought we were going to lose this place. Did you?
No, never. I loved this place as much as I possibly could. Now I can't help but think I didn't love it enough.
Wow, can you believe hot people have problems too? Hey, they're just like me! So they all come together and decide to throw one last big giant party at the house because it's already sold and there's nothing they can do about it anyway, so might as well trash the place. And everyone's really excited about this party, even Sky, if you can believe that.
Externally imposed societal expectations of normal have no effect on me. That being said, I've decided that I am ready and willing and would like to know what to do with the various parts of my mouth when it meets another mouth.
Okay, well, step one, don't say any of that ever again. Now, at the party, everything just kind of falls apart. People trash the house. Belly starts feeling bad because she feels like she's disrespecting Susanna's memory. She has feelings for Jebediah, but also maybe might still have feelings for Kontezuma. And which one will she choose? Which hot guy is right for you? The one with no baggage and all the fun, or the one with only baggage who mopes around all the time? Let's go to Mo with the leaderboards. Mo! And so, long story short, Belly realizes that she's way in over her head. So she calls her mom to come to the house. Her mom has no idea any of this is happening, by the way, because she's busy promoting her new book, so she's like, "You're at the house with the boys? Since when?"
You've been lying to me for days.
And I didn't know how to tell you.
There is no excuse.
We came here for Susanna.
Stop it. I can't stand to hear you use her as an excuse one more time.
You can't stand me, period. No. The only mistake I made was thinking that you could help. She would never even...
But after things calm down, Belly's mom offers to talk to Conrad and Jeremiah's aunt, and then like 4 minutes later, the house is saved, she cancels the sale, all problems are instantly solved.
God, I wish I'd tried harder to fix things with her. It's not too late for that. I've decided to pull out of the sale.
This is all it took? This whole season could have been over in 5 minutes. The heck was the point of any of this? Now, while this is all happening, Conrad finds out that he got into Stanford because, of course he did. Heaven forbid we have a show where kids go to an in-state community college, am I right? Wow, I can knock out all my gen eds for basically no money? But because he's been here the whole time, he hasn't really studied for any of his finals and he's worried about having his acceptance revoked.
Stanford is a dream school. Jared, I'm not gonna let you give up on your dream and stay at Brown because you're trying to do right by me.
There's more to it. Like the fact they'll probably pull my acceptance for missing my final tomorrow.
Cool. Then you won't miss it. Come on, we'll pull an all-night study session and we'll get you ready for it. Just no problem.
And so they help him study and they take him back to take the finals. And while he's doing this, Belly and Jeremiah have some more alone time.
I want you.
Belly.
I'm sorry, I love this dude just walking in the back here. Minding my own business, minding my own business. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. Oh no, it's Conrad with his signature complete lack of expression. Whatever will they do? Well, if you're Conrad, you get all upsetty spaghetti and storm off back to your dorm room.
Conrad, you're back.
Mm-hmm. Dude, what's wrong, my guy?
I just saw my brother kissing me. Belly.
Wait, what? That is not what happened, sir. Are we watching the same show? Now, the very end of the season, they're driving back somewhere and it rains like crazy. So they have to book a hotel and stay the night. All three of them sharing a room, just laying there like,
I still want you. Of course I do.
Conrad.
You don't have to say anything.
But Belly realizes that dating Conrad will probably just keep going the same way over and over forever. And so she makes the very bold, daring decision to date the guy who's actually fun to be around.
I can't even be mad at him because this is who he is. This is who he's always been. He never lied about that. He gives and then he takes away. So I release you, Conrad Fisher. I evict you from my heart.
And that's more or less where the season ends. So season 1, she ends up with Conrad. Season 2, she ends up with Jeremiah. And season 3, she's gonna smash their dad, I assume? I don't know. But that said, the third and final season of the show is coming in just a couple weeks, so I have no idea what it could possibly be about, but I guess we'll see. To be fair, this season does have a lot to do with grief and sort of dealing with the loss of a family member and kind of how that affects everyone. And in the memories that Belly and her mom have about Susanna, there are some very touching scenes where you kind of see they all know what's gonna happen and kind of how they deal with it. The season is not a complete helpless mess, but the actual Belly and Conrad and Jeremiah and all that stuff, that whole main thing is just so messy. It's just so, it goes nowhere and it circles around itself over and over again. There are a lot of interesting, touching scenes in the season that I think were handled quite well. But I guess I myself am not really a huge fan of the whole, like, you already know what happened, and then there's just these little tidbits here and there of memories that kind of fill you in a little bit. I would like it better if it just like showed us what happened and it was just like about the relationship itself. Like I said, I feel like it just kind of circled around itself for basically the entire time. They're dealing with this house and how they're gonna do it, and they try all these things, and then like she just calls her mom, and then it's solved in 5 minutes, and then it's like, and then the last episode, finally, they quickly tied the loose ends together, like, okay, she chooses Jeremiah and Conrad's out or something, whatever. Okay, bye. You know, like, I don't know. It's very messy. It does not feel very cohesive whatsoever.